Playback is brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza and Kronesburg Electric.
What is up, Central Oregon? Welcome to the best part of the week. Not only is it the weekend, it's the Big Playback. I'm your host, Noah Chash, joined alongside by Carly Keenan. And Carly, a little past the halfway point of the season, we're really starting to see who teams truly are.
That's absolutely right, Noah. And we're fully into conference play with local teams squaring off against each other, and it's been a ton of fun.
And speaking of fun, Carly, tonight we had maybe one of the most anticipated regular season matchups in years in the region. The number one ranked team in the state, the Summit Storm, hosting the number 2 Bend Lava Bears, and trust me, it did not disappoint. The Bend Lava Bear fans out in full force, repping the pink. It's not Wednesday. Bit of a Mean Girls reference. All right, moving on. Meanwhile, the Summit Storm fans were going on a bear hunt. Blending right in with the camouflage. First quarter, Hogan Carmichael in the red zone, surveying the defense and finding Tag Brown all alone in the corner, keeps his feet in and puts the Storm on the board, and you know what? He's hype about it. Who wouldn't be? All right, Carly, but Bend doing what they do best, and that's tough running. Malachi Nutter forcing his way into the end zone. That's tough. All right, Bend driving again here, and a little end around to Austin Baker on the left side. And he takes it all the way in to the end zone. You can't grab him. Touchdown Lava Bears. And that play actually was really successful with Baker tonight. Carmichael now in Bend territory again. He's going to be scrambling to his right, and look out from behind. He's chased by Trenton Carbstein. Carbstein, a man on a mission, taking him down. And guess what? Bend is up 14-7 at the half with the halftime lead. First drive, third quarter, Summit marches all the way down the field, and they hand it to the speedster Sam Stevens for the easy score. Lava Bears answer back with a full field drive of their own, capped off by this quarterback sneak by Logan Malinowski, and we're tied 21-21 after 3. Fourth quarter, though, Summit's offense in the rhythm, and Carmichael, well, he might as well have made cartoon hard eyes pop out of his face because his man, Charlie O'Zalin, is wide open downfield. Every quarterback's dream right there. O'Zalin takes it all the way in for the nearly 80-yard completion. And you know, Carly, this might be where the nerves start to set in. The Bend pump bobbled by Blake Grosham, and Summit takes over on the Bend 13-yard line. Oh, it's so tough. And you know what? When you're that close, you know what time it is, Carly?
What time is it?
Sam Stevens time.
Okay.
He bounces around the left side for his second touchdown of the day. And that taunted Storm defense making a difference here late. Chip Allers deflects it, and Spencer Elliott comes up with the pick. The two team leaders and state leaders in sacks coming up huge. And you know what? For good measure, let's give Sam Stevens a hat trick. The junior waits for his holes, makes some moves, breaks some tackles, fights, and reaches all the way across the goal line. Ben thought the ball came out, but really just in denial of tonight's outcome. In one of the most anticipated Central Oregon matchups in years, Storm proves why great teams show up in the fourth quarter. Summit wins 35-21.
What an amazing game. Well, in Prineville, the Pendleton Buckaroos visited the Crook County Cowboys. Gavin Sandoval takes the shotgun snap and throws a quick pass to Palmer Smith. He breaks a couple arm tackles and keeps going for the Cowboys' first down. Pendleton did whatever they wanted on the ground, not on this play. Caleb Guzzi meets Gavin Clark at the line of scrimmage and is joined by a horde of Cowboys who makes the tackle for the loss. But Crook County had a few answers tonight. Pendleton QB Jackson Davis executes the read option perfectly and walks into the end zone without a defender in sight. The Cowboys had the ball with a chance to score before the half, but they are denied. Peyton Lambert goes up for the interception and jukes not once, not twice, but 3 times prior to being taken down.
Making some moves.
Yeah, Pendleton shuts out Crook County 39-0. And who let the Culver Bulldogs out? The home team Bulldogs took on the Regis Rams tonight. The Bulldogs were quick on defense, deflecting the ball. Number 1 Logan Macy jumped into action, making sure the Rams didn't catch that one. You can see his little victory dance here, always fun. There were no Butterfingers on the field tonight, though. Bulldog Kellen Abbas has an amazing catch, rolling with the ball. The Rams couldn't hold him down. Big play for Culver here. QB Houston Wittenberg running, but he lofts the ball, and again, Kellen Abbas makes the touchdown. But it wasn't quite the Bulldogs' victory tonight. Rams win 53-20.
One of the Bulldog wins. All right, Thursday night football with Mtn View hosting Redmond, and another camo theme, a popular choice this weekend. I can't really see them, though.
Yeah.
Second time I made that pun. All right, Connor Crum catches his high snap with ease and finds Grayson Harms in the middle of the field, throws his hands up, snags it out of the air. Nice catch. All right, Crum Crum improvising now, scrambling to his left and throwing a low pass where only Jackson Hirsch can get it. Touchdown, Jackson Hirsch. Crum going the other way, this time looking deep for Jack Foley, who gets a step on his man, makes the catch, and then tiptoes into the end zone. And he's up flexing and jumping with joy after a grown man catch like that. Crum keeps it going, this time to Caden Elion, who starts to slice and dice the Panther defense, breaking tackles, making moves left and right. Eventually, he takes probably an arguable late hit right there out of bounds. Cougars don't care. They're rolling. Hit us all you want. Redmond, they're not giving up, though. John Braff finds himself right in Crum's window for the easy interception. Look at that, right in his lap, giving his Panthers a chance. And Colton Warner and the Panthers do what they should have done every single play. Just toss it up to Nathan Walks and let the man make the catch.
Oh, Nathan Walks again.
Gets the completion deep downfield. But, you know, unfortunately for Redmond, you cannot just do that every play. And Crum and the Cougar offense were on fire Thursday. Mountain View gets the win, 45-6. Coming up, we've got our new sport of the week with some defending state champions. We're talking boys soccer. Stay with us.